Hi, everybody. How you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. Welcome to today's show, Stock Markets in Plain English. It is Tuesday, October the 1st, 2024. Welcome to another month of fun, fun, fun. Nice to have you here. The third quarter is all done now. We're into the fourth quarter of the year. And a ton of companies are going to come out with, of course, their financials starting in about 10, 12, 14 days from now. The major banks in the U.S. will bring out their financials for the third quarter. And, of course, everybody else in the S&P 500, the Dow 30, the NASDAQ, and everywhere else will come up with their numbers. And, of course, we anxiously await SoFi and their results that should be coming out in the not too distant future, probably 4 or 5 weeks from now. They'll let us know how they did for the third quarter of this year. I suspect they are reporting a profit as they have now the last 3 quarters in a row. This will be the fourth quarter in a row of net profits for the company. And that is a major marker of success and another notch to head towards ultimately S&P 500 inclusion for that stock. The SoFi stock will be a member of the S&P 500. It's just going to be a question of how long it'll take to be brought in. Thank you all. Hopefully you'll be made very wealthy because of that, because I expect the SoFi shares to be in the 2030 neighborhood when that occurs. And one makes the other happen. I don't know about that, but the awareness of the street as to how profitable SoFi is and will now be in the next 3 and 4 and 5 quarters, that is where the market goes, hey, wait a minute, I got to get into this thing. I got to buy this SoFi. It's cheap. This could be a $20, $30 stock, and it's still sitting in the single digits. I got to get in here. That is what I'm waiting on. And, welcome to the party, pal. We'll see what's going on. Thank you, everybody. Apparently, yesterday, there's a headline here that says, yesterday, the Dow Jones had its 33rd record closing high of 2024. Do you feel like that's been going on? Have you felt the market is that good this year? It's been 9 months, 270 days, 33 days of record close. It's not the same as 2021. In 2021, we were hitting record closes all the time as well, right up until about October, November of that year. And then it began to wane because the interest rates started to get lifted. The reopening after COVID and the inflation surge and all the uncertainty of inflation took the steam out of the market for a while. It's not happening now because what we're seeing now is interest rates dropping everywhere. And China trying to get its economy going, and Europe looking at 1.75% inflation, by the way, around this continent. There are serious talks going on about serious interest rate cuts in Europe, which, of course, will inspire the Fed in the U.S. and, of course, Bank of Canada and everyone else to join the party, which means the market could go substantially higher because stocks are measured against performance of other investments. And if a corporation can make more money, net profit, because their overhead costs are under control, inflation, they don't have to raise prices, they don't have to pay much higher costs for goods and services. This allows the corporate world to make more money and allows companies to raise dividends to their shareholders, do larger buybacks of stock, and the markets go higher. Interesting stuff. Well, we'll see just how this plays out. 33 record highs so far this year for the Dow. Obviously, S&P 500, NASDAQ have done well, obviously, as well. The question now is what happens the rest of the year. Welcome to the program, everybody. It's great to have you here. Appreciate you joining us today. I've got a poll question going out today. Hopefully you don't mind it. Let's see, where is that poll question? Here it is right here. I'm curious to know, 54 of you so far have come through with an answer. I'm curious to know, where are you getting your option writing ideas from? Learning how to write options Where does this information come to you from, and where is most of it? Where are you getting your motivation from? The four possibilities are out here. I get my option writing ideas from watching Uncle Bruce's channel, from TV like CNBC and Bloomberg, from other YouTubers out there, or from the Uncle Bruce Discord chat group. Where are you getting your inspiration from and your ideas from to write options? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. If you'd like to hit that poll question. 55 votes are in. 76% are saying I get it from watching Uncle Bruce's channel. 2% from TV, CNBC, Bloomberg, etc. 14% from other YouTubers. 7% from the Uncle Bruce Discord chat group. I'm curious to see how this will play out as time goes.
I'd be interested if we could get percentages.
Of what?
Of like how much credit do they give to watching like the TV financial channels? How much to reading things on their own? How much to what you were saying? How much to hearing the guy on the street say something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, we have 58 votes in, and 78% of those are saying watching Uncle Bruce's channel.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, because they get not only you, but they get the community talking as well.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Because of the comments coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, love to get your thoughts on that one. If you could kindly answer that poll question at your leisure, that would be great. I'll be happy to report the results as we go through. Thank you for 36 thumbs up so far. Appreciate that. Keep those coming in if you can as well. Love to get these thumbs ups coming through. Welcome one and all to the program, and thank you for joining the channel today. What else is going on out there? We've noticed that the port workers have walked out from Maine to Texas. This was told, indicated to us now over the last week or so. So the strike began, I guess, at midnight. We'll see how long this will last, if it's got much to it or not. I don't know. Thank you again for following us here. What else am I going to talk about today? Noticing oil really getting hammered, down another 98 cents a barrel to 67.19. Oil definitely falling off the bandwagon right now. Nowhere near 70 and the 80 level. You can forget about it. Not going to happen. So we've got a definite backing off of oil. This should be good for prices at the pump. Those of you who are driving vehicles, burning gasoline and diesel, you'll probably notice prices begin to slip here and there, depending on where you live. Some of your states, of course, are very greedy with respect to taxation at the pump, but well, time will tell. We'll see where it impacts people the most. Thank you again for popping through. We've got Richard Carlin here, Deep Value the Option. Charlie is here. It's Ryan says, all right, now here's a topic I can get behind. I play extra conservative, so I need to have more than 50 grand to be able to quit my day job. I'm excited to let my Tesla shares go to 270 and then switch to cash secured puts to wheel this. Juan is here. Juan, 90 degrees in Florida, 100% humidity. Oh my goodness. That's hard to take. Time to make more money, says Computer Whiz. Johnny, top of the morning, things are getting interesting with GameStop. Mother of all short squeezes, he says. Well, we'll see how that goes. The man, isn't it usually a while to get into the S&P 500 after you have your fourth quarter of profit, like 2 years long? It depends on the company. It can be very quick. You never know. Aaron, hey, Uncle Bruce, your voice is sounding better. We're trying. It's coming and going. I'm struggling today. Corinne is number 31 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, George. George Sebastian, big disconnect between Wall Street and Main Street. Gas and food prices are high. Housing is high. Flint Creek, hi, everyone. Plumbing has been restored in our house. Water questionable but flowing. So sad for North Carolina and Tennessee. Makes my hell less hellish. Welcome, Flint Creek. Vladdy, good morning, everybody. Hector is here. Good morning, number 37, thumbs up. Amy J, I'm here, number 39. Dude, for me, I have to give all the credit to my option writing profits to the Uncle Bruce channel. Through that, though, I've been able to create writes on my own. Uncle Bruce is the only one talking about certain approaches. There's something that you have just mentioned here that, dude, I appreciate you. I do want to say something about that. I have noticed from time to time, I'm always scouring YouTube like anyone else, and I try to find out if there's anyone else out there that kind of does what we do here, and are there any other channels out there that talk about how you can write stock options and make money writing options? And yeah, there are YouTubers out there. Some have been around for years. There are YouTube videos I'm sure you can look up if you do some searching that are probably 5 years out, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Some videos have been out there a long time. Option writing 10 years ago was being done, but it wasn't being done using this device like it is now. I mean, using one of these today is completely different than writing options 10, 15 years ago. Here's the one thing that I noticed, though, about some of the other option, what do I call them? Consultants, instructors, whatever you want to call them. I find that I'll watch a video about writing an option on a stock or writing a credit spread or something like that. But I find that most of the time, like a high percentage of the time, 80, 90% or 100% of the time, the strategy is to wait for the contracts to expire. The strategy is to write some contracts that might be slightly out of the money, and then wait for the contracts to expire at the end of their lifetime, and then let's assess and see how we did. I don't agree with that, as you regulars know. If you're a regular of mine and you've taken my classes and are taking my lessons, you understand that writing to wait till the end of a contract's life is not necessarily required, not at all required, and may not be the best way to go, because you have to be able to be in a position to either end a trade at your discretion or to create a different kind of trade at your discretion. If you want to you want to do a rollover because a market is moving favorably for you or not favorably for you, there are times where you can do an early exit or a reorganization of your transaction. And a lot of these other channels do not talk about that. They don't seem to recognize that. Now, if I were to do videos, like if I were to make 5 and 10-minute videos showing you option trades, and I want to show you how great it is, and I want to show you that each and every time you do whatever I tell you to do, you're going to be a winner, what would I do? I would go back in time. I would open up some charts on different stocks, and I would then select a time period over the last, say, year for whatever stock I'm telling you to do an option write on. And I would then say, oh, well, here you go. Here's a stock that was trading at this level that went to that level over a 2-month window. If you did this, by the time this happened, your options would expire and you would have made a pile of money. Well, I'm giving you a false narrative, because I'm using history as a method to show you tricks and ways to write options, and you can't lose because I already know the end of the story. Well, that doesn't work in the real world with you watching me every day and being live here. I mean, I'm on the air 5 days a week when the market is open 5 days a week, ideally. And I don't know what the market's going to do in 15 minutes from now or tomorrow afternoon or next week. How do we know? How do I know if there's another virus showing up that's going to shut down the world, or whether there's going to be World War III or surprise inflation report? I have no idea. Do you? No. So we're dealing with the here and now, and dealing with the here and now and being an option writer or an investor, period, in the investment game, you have to be willing to be flexible. And if you want to do a set it and forget it strategy on your investments, there are firms out there who will be more than willing to take all of the capital you want to give them, and they will manage it for you so you can just set it and forget. You can give them your entire 401k, IRA, RSP, whatever funds you've saved up, wherever you are, Canada, US, Britain, Germany, Japan, it doesn't matter. There are gazillions of firms that are happy to manage your money for you, where you're just going to get emails with alerts and updates once a month, every quarter, telling you how you're doing. And you're going to get these 2%, 4%, 6%, 8% returns every year. And good luck to you. That's what you want. You can get that. But you better be aware that if you're going to play that game, and many millions do, hundreds of millions of investors play this exact game, this allows a certain select group of money managers to live the life that you can only see in the movies. You can't imagine the world that some of these folks are able to live in, courtesy of your stagnant money. And if that's, look, if you're happy 6-8% a year on your money, 4%, 3%, 2%, whatever, and someone else is taking care of it, fine. Don't even have to watch my show. You don't have to bother with me at all. Just live your life. But if you want to generate a return where you can make a profound difference in your day-to-day life, your, say, 5 years from now, things are going to be one hell of a lot different for you, because you're 35, 45, 50 years old now, and in 5 years, you could be self-employed. You could be early retired. You could be much better retired than you are today retired. 5 years of working with your capital, doing the option writing that we talk about here, different strategies we talk about, as conservative as they are, you can make such a difference in your returns that your wealth that you're managing will compound and grow out to levels you never thought possible. But you got to take the first step. I mean, you've taken one step. You're hanging out watching this balding Canadian telling you can become a lot richer managing your own money. That's step one. I mean, that's a big one. To look at this face 5 days a week, oh my God, are you paying a price? You should be wearing sunglasses, maybe a welder's mask, just to look at this face. Congratulations. Maybe you're listening to me as a radio host. Second step, understanding how options work, and taking the plunge and saying, I'm going to buy some of this guy's classes. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take number 1 and number 2. I'm going to open up a practice account just like he suggests, and I'm going to start writing options in a practice account, because every brokerage firm offers these damn things. And I can write options on pretend money. In real life quotes, this was never available 20 years ago. It's available now. Go ahead and give it a try. You may find that you will do option writing strategies similar to the kinds that we talk about here every day, that you read about from my viewers. And you might go, yeah, I'm going to try some of these trades that these people are talking about in a practice account. And I'll find out for myself if there's really something to this or not. Fair enough. Others of you, of course, you've gone beyond that. You've gone well into the lessons, 17 of which are waiting for you. You've decided this is a stay-at-home college class that I'm going to take, that I'm hoping will change the rest of my financial returns for the rest of my life. And I'm going to take these classes as I go along, and I'm doing one a week, one every 2 weeks, whatever pace you want to go at. And you're going to absorb this information, watch and read the comments from these regulars over here, hang out with this guy 5 days a week, maybe watch me live, maybe watch me on the rerun every night. You'll figure it out, and you're going to give it a year to see if this is for you or not. Whatever way you want to do it is fine with me, but you got to take the first step. You've got to walk into this to give it a shot. That's all I can tell you. I would love to say every single day, many people have done it and they tell me how happy they are. You can read those comments yourself. But it's up to you whether it's going to work for you. Look, the show today, can you quit your day job by writing options with $50,000 in total assets? That's the question of my show today. And I was looking up some trades today, trying to come up with some examples of what kind of returns could you bring in writing conservative options with not a lot of capital on the line, and what kind of returns would you make? And frankly, the answer is yes. You can make enough money, depending on your requirements. You can make enough money with less than 50 grand to quit your day job. You really can, but you better know the options market. And if you think that this question is designed in such a way that, you can quit your job in like a week from now, simply because you've got $50,000 lying around in assets, in a week you'll be able to quit your day job. You're not reading this. You're not reading this right. You're not listening to me. I think you're going to need 6 months to a year to be able to do it. And that is lightning fast. Like that alone is fast. For someone to be in their 40s who's worked for 15, 20 years for different companies, different jobs, to join this channel, take these lessons, hang out with this group, to be able to start trading options and in a year be able to walk away from a day job, that is a phenomenal, radical change in one's life. The good news is there's no time frame to do this. There's no rule saying, oh, well, if you can't quit your day job in 6 months, you're not doing it right. There's nothing like that whatsoever. This is a change of tactics for you to learn how to bring income into your account. You've never done it before. You don't know anyone else that does it. You can't find a relative, a friend, a coworker that does what you do. And you're asking yourself, well, if this is so great, why can't I find other people who do this option writing for a living? What's the problem here if this is so damn good? Because the answer will come obviously to you very quickly when you try to figure it out yourself. You're going to go, well, each one of his classes are like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. He's got 17 of them so far. That's like 35, 40 hours of instruction. I can't do that in a week. I can't do that in 3 months. There's no way. I have a day job. I got kids. I got grandkids. I got commitments. We got to go here. I have to go traveling to do this. I got to do that. I understand. The good news is there's no time frame. It's your time frame. When can you squeeze in these lessons and begin to pick up this info and understand this knowledge and absorb it? How many times do you have to watch lesson number 5 over and over again until you get it? How many times do you have to watch lesson number 9 and 10 and 11 and then rewatch lesson 3, 4, and 5 again just to kind of bring it back? Are you a note taker? How many notes are you going to take? It's up to you. It's your game plan, okay? For some of you, you're going to just drop everything and get into this because you're just fed up with the world you're in. You're fed up with your employer. You're fed up with your career, or you see the writing on the wall. You are painfully aware that in 3, 6, or 9 months from now, you're out of a job because your firm is either failing, being taken over by somebody else, or there are massive changes happening in the career choice you've made, and you're out of a day job in no time. And you've got to get going. Fair enough. Welcome to the party, pal. Whatever your situation is, it will work for you, but you've got to step it up. So back to some examples. You want to be self-employed, quit your day job, and you've got about 50 grand or even less than that. How can you make enough money to quit a day job? I was looking at NVIDIA today. The number one, talked about stock almost all the time now is NVIDIA, or it's Tesla, or it's who else are they talking about? They're talking about Apple. They're talking about Microsoft, the Magnificent Seven. You know the usual suspects out there. Well, just on NVIDIA, for some of you, you're thinking, well, Bruce, I can't do any NVIDIA stock option writing because as little as I know, I am aware of the fact that in order to write a single call option on NVIDIA, I have to own 100 shares of NVIDIA. At $122 a share, man, you're talking $12,200. I got to have $12,200 into 100 shares of one company to be able to write one call option. That's how much you know about the options market. And you're right. That is correct. However, you don't need $12,000 to write one contract on NVIDIA. You don't have to own any shares of NVIDIA to write a conservative option program on NVIDIA stock. This is the shocker that viewers here get when they're hanging around here a while. They're figuring out, my God, I had no idea that with $500, I can write an NVIDIA contract? What? And it expires in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it's out of the money, and I can make a nice little return on my money with $500? I thought I needed $12,200. What is this all about? Got to take some lessons to get to this point, but the bottom line is we're talking about all kinds of strategies here, including the idea of doing credit spread trades, conservative, out of the money credit spread trading, which is what institutions are doing all the time. Who do you think flies in these private jets all over the world? The high-end institutional traders. This is what I'm trying to get you to become in your house, in your cubicle, in the bathroom at work, wherever you're doing this, on your telephone. Welcome to the party, pal. You can do 10 credit spreads on NVIDIA for $5,000. And it's not you're spending $5,000. You're utilizing $5,000 of capital to establish these 10 trades to generate a return of 4, 6, 8, 10% in like 6 to 12 to 15 days. This is what's available for option writers. It is not uncommon for viewers of this channel to write contracts twice a month where they're generating an 8% return every 15 days on their capital. And that's 16% per month return on their capital using conservative option spread strategies. And with a $50,000 stake, you're hauling in $8,000 a month. That's $100,000 a year. That replaces a lot of day jobs. And you've got to understand and ask yourself, you want in on this or don't you? You want a piece of this? You want to learn how this is possible? Do you have more than $50,000 that's inside your 401k that you have available to you? You're sitting on ETFs and mutual funds that are worth $85,000 and are giving you 3% return a year. Maybe it's time to haul in 16% a month. Maybe it's time to make your money really work for you, but you better know how to manage it. And that's what this channel is all about. Welcome to the party, pal. Larry Titus, thank you again for letting us all know the markets are open. We're here. We're trading. We're up and we're running. And option writers, yet again, are going to make money today. And you can be one of those option writers if you step up and figure out how they work. And I welcome you to the party. I'll welcome you to the channel. I'm glad you joined us today. And I hope that some of you have been motivated today to get off your duffs and say, I'm not waiting until New Year's Day to have a New Year's resolution to start doing this. I'm doing it now. I'm sick and tired of getting into these fads and all this other stuff. I'm getting into it, and I'm going to get into it for real because you only go around once, kids. Do any of you know anyone that suddenly got ill in your family that you couldn't believe got ill? A friend of yours, an associate, someone you used to work with who used to be very active, used to be traveling all the time, and all of a sudden they're in a hospital and they're in really rough shape and they're never going to travel again. They're never going to be able to do this again, do that again. Could that happen to you? 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, is your estate ready? Are you the head of your family, and will your family be looked after if you are out of commission suddenly for whatever reason? Maybe option writing today is the method to build asset value, quit a risky job, get away from a very strenuous lifestyle that you're into right now, and be your own boss and take care of yourself physically and mentally and become an option writer. Just manage your own affairs. This is the promised land. Join us for that. Thank you all for being here. Those of you who have come through here, I cannot tell you how much we appreciate you, Jen and I. We love the fact that you've subscribed to this channel. We love that. Thank you for those of you who've become members of this channel. It is incredible that you've joined us for that. More people are members of this channel as Gold Bagel members than regular members. We appreciate you. And we thank you. We're going member-only comment right now, which is what we like to do during market trading time. Thank you again for those of you who are just saying hi to us and passing on your best wishes to us. We appreciate you. Thank you for those of you who have become Gold Bagel members, Chilling with Uncle Bruce members. Hopefully we are helping you make your lives completely different, making it a much better thing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Who else is here? Vladdy is here. The man, I'm not saying either party's control oil prices. I don't care about politics today. SJ Tavares, the best option channel is TJ the Wheel Deal. There you go. Congrats. Lorraine is here. Good morning. What else is going on here? The man says, I always end contracts at 50% profit. I only let it go to expire if I want to get a sign called if I'm behind on a trade, but I'm never really behind because I'm always above my cost basis on my covered calls. The dude is saying, Uncle Bruce's channel has taught me to think for myself, and with the classes plus experience, I've been able to advance my skills and my nerve to adjust to a myriad of situations and always be profitable. Juan is here. Good morning, everybody. Susan Shops is here. Good morning, number 53. Larry, good morning, number 58. Ed, I need to take the classes. I hate my job. There you go. The man says, I took $2,000 on June 1st. I went down to YouTube rabbit hole. Now my account is at 5,600. That's a pretty decent return for 4 months. Giddy up. Mr. Premium of the Option says, happy Tuesday. Time to fill our pockets. Russ says, option writing is changing my life. It's going to make buying a car for my 16-year-old easier. Paying for college in the next few years. The list goes on. On top of my day job, it's so much extra cash. Way to go, man. Troy, Bruce did my first covered call. Giddy up. Be the Casino. Does anyone here trade through your Roth IRA via Fidelity? If so, can you do credit spreads on Fidelity in a Roth? Be the Casino would like to know. Troy is saying, I did a January 17, sold $14 calls for $4,000. Giddy up. And the man is saying to be the Casino, I believe Fidelity offers options trading in retirement accounts. Who else is here? Thank you, Richard. DH Ruda. Russ says, be the Casino. Yes, I do writing in my Roth. Be the Casino. Thanks, Russ. You use Fidelity and are able to do credit spreads, ? 37 Rocco. Good morning, all, and good morning to you. Stuart Lonsdale is going, neat. Dude, in my town, there are 2 option traders I know of, but they are so high profile that I would never meet them. One is famous or infamous, Karen the Super Trader, and the other ran for mayor. Okay, fair enough. Welcome all to the show. This is where you can learn how to write options like some very successful investors out there and take your pound of flesh out of this market. Take it. Thank you all for joining us today. Great to have you here. We seem to have the market opening. Where are we at right now? I'm showing the Dow off 268. I've got Rocket Lab down 47 cents at 926 to open the morning. AI is off 19 cents. GameStop is down 9. SoFi is off about 6. NVIDIA down 25 cents. couple of cents lower on Matterport. Smart Rent unchanged. Apple's down 5.50. Tesla's down a dime. Google is actually higher, 2.80. Microsoft down $4. Netflix is up 6.20. Meta is up $8. So it's a mixed bag this morning. Excuse me. Amazon down 166. Let's see. Super Microcomputer did a 10-for-1 split. They were trading in that 400 something range yesterday. They're now at 41.78 with 10 times as many more shares outstanding. All right. They're up 14 cents on the session this morning. Uber down 29 cents. Adobe down 3.34. AMD is off 50. Unity is off 18 cents. Enphase up 12. Aspire down 29 cents. ATIP unchanged. Moderna down 66. Cisco down 47. Pfizer down 7. IBM down 293. HPQ down 111. Home Depot off 275. Vanik Semiconductors down 184. Goldman Sachs down 230. Boeing is off 140 a share. Target down 212. JP Morgan down 279. Costco's off 698. Walmart is up 4. Disney down 124. American Airlines down 9 cents. DraftKings down 58. AMC down 1.5 cents to 4.53. Royal Caribbean down $2 at 1.75 a share. So it's mainly red to start. We'll see how long it lasts. How far will it go? The port strike is underway. Will it be a negative for the economy? How long? How far? How deep? We don't know. We'll see as time goes on what is going to happen there. Welcome all to the party. I'm glad you could make it. Jimmy Carter turns 100 today. The former president of the United States is the longest living former president ever. 100 years. When he was born, the average life expectancy of a male was 58. It is now 73, I think it is. And he has just broken 100 years. Congratulations, no doubt about that. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the program. Let's see. Bruce, why don't you talk much about the wheel? Bertie outlined his no-lose wheel strategy, and have to say it is very easy option program. Writing puts, calls to get assigned, and keep changing. Again, it's up to you to decide what works best for you and what you're comfortable with. Some folks are just interested in being option writers for calls against stock they own. For tax reasons, they don't want to be taken out. They've had stock for many, many years, and they have such a low cost on the stock they own. They don't want it to get exercised. The moment they get exercised, they run into a massive tax bill over many, many years of appreciation. That's one reason. Some people don't want the wheel strategy. Others don't want to get into the put side, the call side, the this side, to that side. They like to keep it simple. They like the same strategy, time in and time out. Others are very flexible, and it works for them. There's nothing wrong with the wheel strategy. There's nothing wrong with deep in the money call strategies. There's nothing wrong with credit spreads, cash secured put writing. It's each to his own liking, honestly. And because I have such a diverse group of followers who come and go all day long and watch this show and watch my channel, I don't have one kind of option writer here. With 17 lessons available to you to learn how it's done in various styles and various ways, it's obvious that there's no way I'm going to have one style of option writing be the only way it's done. I'm not going to limit any of you to any one style or any one system. It's wide open. Anyway, there it is. What else is going on here? Dude is saying Karen, the super trader, started a fund and then got in trouble. Seems like she had little or no legal representation. She became a big fish and way through the book. And they threw the book at her. Very interesting story. Again, I don't know what this actually is about. I haven't followed this story exactly. Still negative on the market, down 260 on the Dow Jones right now. Let's see what we're showing here. We're down 41 on the S&P, 177 retracement on NASDAQ, but the markets are not even down a full percentage point. The Dow is down 2/3 of a point, S&P 0.7, and Nasdaq barely 1%. Oil down 46 cents a barrel, 67.71 right at the moment. What else is going on here? There's a story going on about coming out now about CVS, the pharmacy operator. Story has it that they might break their company into pieces and split the company into different public corporations. Who, what, where, when, why? No idea. Do you need to care? No. Should you play the stock market, the option market on CVS? No. I would just avoid the story. Stay the hell out of there. I doubt there's enough option activity in there anyway to make it worth your while. You need liquidity. You want tight bid-ask spreads. And so stick to your knitting and stay on the highway where you are having the most success with your option writing. AI down 40 cents, Rocket Lab down 47 now, GameStop is down 29, SoFi down a dime. So the losses here, but they're not catastrophic. And it's our first 11 minutes of the session. We're down $1.03 on NVIDIA. Not much to worry about there either. All right, everybody, welcome to the program from wherever you are today. The poll question. Let's take a look and see what we got here. We have 79 thumbs ups now. I appreciate it. The poll question is, I get my option writing ideas from, with 122 answers now, 76% of you are saying, I get my option writing ideas from watching Uncle Bruce's channel. 1% say, I get my ideas from television. That is revealing. 14% say, I get my option writing ideas from other YouTubers. And 9% say, I get my ideas from the Uncle Bruce Discord chat group. If you would like to become part of the Discord chat group, become a Gold Bagel member of this channel, send me a private email, let me know your Gold Bagel handle, and I will send you some linkage information, how you can become part of the Discord group, chat group. And you can then hang out with a lot of these folks 24/7 and talk all about options and talk about my receding hairline and talk about anti-gen, whatever you want to talk about. It's okay. It's the chat group. Way to go. Thank you all. Okay, so due to saying that this gal is an options trader in Franklin, Tennessee, selling puts mainly on SPX by the thousands. Oh, interesting. Again, I don't know anything about it. I'm so busy doing what I do. I have no time to follow others. There are many out there who are, as you are aware, just on YouTube, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of channels all about investing. And whether it's real estate, whether it's gold, whether it's currencies, whether it's day trading, whether it's any manner of investing, there's gazillions of places to go. On the option front, I'm live Monday to Friday when I can be, when the markets are open, to talk to you about option writing. And there are so many ways to play this. I do the best I can to give you as much information as possible on how you can be an option trader conservatively and change your life dramatically. I sure hope it's working for you. It looks like it is. I appreciate those of you who are here every day and those of you who comment once in a while. Those of you who become members or staying members, appreciate that as well. Option class takers, congratulations. Thank you all for your support. We're down 312 on the Dow. A little pullback here. We were down, 350 late yesterday at one time after Powell mentioned something in a speech about how aggressive interest rates were going to be cut. And then that market turned around in the last half hour, just surged all the way back up. Well, now it's off 300 this morning. So, welcome to the party, pal. 0.71 of a percentage point. Whoop-de-doo. Hardly anything to worry about. S&P is off 42. 3-quarter is now 0.95 of a percentage point lower, down 175. That's what I've got. That's what I see. That's where we're at. And giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, everyone. Nice to have you here. When it comes to writing options, You can be extremely boring about it. You can get real exciting about it. It's all up to you what kind of action you need to satisfy your desires. Some of you have such busy lives, you have no time to play a lot of option trades. You would rather get some option positions written and then leave it for a while and just keep a glancing eye on things. I totally understand that. Others of you are just like my running nose, needs constant attention because we are flowing here like crazy. You like to trade options on an ongoing basis. Look, if you own GameStop shares, you got 1,000 GameStop shares in your account, and you wrote some calls a couple of months ago, say 25s, and you brought in $2.50, and now they're sitting at like 70, 80 cents a piece. You might decide today's the perfect day to buy these back and now write 25s for January 2025, 3 months from now, and bring in a couple of bucks again. And if you can do 10 of them, spend $600 to buy back your 10 calls and bring in $2,600 to write 10 new ones. You just added $2,000 to your account. You do that once every 3 months, you're bringing in $2,000 every 3 months. Now, for some of you, that's all you want from your option writing campaign. You're bringing in a couple of $1,000 every few months from stock you're hanging on to anyway because you are a long-term holder of a particular security. More power to you. Now, for some of you who are in that position, you're saying to yourself, I'd like to bring in more than just $2,000 every 3 months, but I don't want to be too, risky. What other way can I do this? Well, if you have 1,000 GameStop shares or 1,000 AI or whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, but I'll use the example of GameStop. You got 1,000 GameStop shares, you could theoretically sell these shares, turn right around and buy deep in the money calls of GameStop shares under the 90-10 rule that we talk about from my classes. You might be able to pick yourself up 15 to 18 options. And now you can write 15 to 18 calls at a time instead of 10 at a time. Because you had 1,000 shares, you could write 10 calls. With 15 to 18 deep in the money calls, you can write calls on your calls. You can now write 15 to 18 contracts at $260 a contract using the same example I just threw up a moment ago. Look, if you can do almost 20 calls at $2,600 a shot, $260 a shot, that's $5,200. You're hauling in $4,800, $5,000 now instead of $2,000 every couple of months or so. Maybe 4 times a year, you're bringing in $4,800. Is that enough to make you happy? Great. Is it not enough to? You want to do something else? Well, okay. How about maybe what you could do is sell your stock, and you got 25 grand or $23,000 in money, or $22,700. You could turn around and write $20 cash secured puts, or $22 cash secured puts, or $25 cash secured puts, or $30 cash secured puts for a year from now, a year and a half from now, as far out as humanly possible from now, and haul in a premium of a significant amount of money. In other words, let's just say you went into $22 cash secured puts. You're selling your stock for $22.71. You can now write 10 cash secured puts at $22 each. And if you can write those out to next year sometime, you can probably haul in $6 a share in cash right now. That's $6,000 right now in your hands. You got a credit card bill for $5,000 lying around that's gnawing at you? Sell your stock, write 10 cash secured puts, bring in the $6,000, take $5,000 out, pay off the credit card. Thank you very much. You've got that done. Stock goes up to 23, 24, 25. These puts will be worthless. You'll buy them back for $1 down the road, and you'll write another set for $5, $6 at another strike price. Congratulations. That's not enough for you? That's not exciting enough for you? That's not in your wheelhouse? You want something else to do with options? How about with your GameStop shares? Why don't you become a credit spread writer instead? Sell your stock if you wish, or use your stock in a margin account as a marginable security. I don't recommend it, but it can be done. But sell your stock, bring in the 22 grand, and now become a credit spread writer on GameStop. You could write call credit spreads, put credit spreads, or iron condors with a $5 spread between the contracts, which is $500 per position required. You got $22,000. You can write 40 credit spreads. Well, you can write 40 credit spreads and bring in $1 credit against a $5 spread. You're bringing in 40 times $100, $4,000. And you're going to put a credit spread out there that's going to be about a month out. Now, every month or so, you're rolling a $4,000 credit spread. A credit of $4,000 in your account, you might be able to hang on to 3 of that $4,000 and roll into another $4,000 credit every month. Is that enough excitement for you? Is that enough capital for you? Is that enough of a return for you to make it worth your while? There are 17 classes waiting for you that you can take on my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, to learn all about these option strategies, including the credit spreads, how to roll these credit spreads, how to roll call options, how to buy under the 90-10 rule, stink offers, stink bids, all the little subtleties of this market. You want to change your life? There are classes out there to change your life, but you've got to step up. I can talk to you about all this stuff all the time. I can just spill this information at you and just drown you in terminology that you might not understand, or you kind of get it, or you're not sure about it. The classes are there for you. Step up to the party, pal, and take control of your financial life. And say goodbye to that crappy day job, or retire now at age 48 instead of 58 or 68 or whatever the hell is going on out there. Don't ever think that you have to become a Walmart greeter to make a few bucks on the side on top of your Social Security check. Forget that world. Enter another life where you are in charge of your assets. You control your schedule. You control your bank account. You make more money than Social Security will ever give you. Your employer doesn't give a crap about you, most likely. Most of your employers don't know who you are. Most of you work for companies who don't know who you are at the top end. They don't know who you are. You're just one of 5,000 people or 10,000 or whatever organization you're part of. In some cases, you work for companies with only 40 employees and your boss doesn't know who you are either. It all depends. It's okay. More power to whatever you want to do with yourself. You want to work until you die, knock yourself out. You want to become self-employed now and get out of your crap job, get with the program. Start now. Figure this out, because no one else is going to do it for you. I can only hold your hand for a certain amount, but I can't grab you and make you do this. You have to want it yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today. Here is the website right here, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Get your butt over there. Take some classes. I don't know how much more I can tell you this. If you want to learn, you want to have a one-on-one with me, send me a private email, and you can have a 1-hour private consultation with yours truly. Talk about the position you're in, the situation you're in, where you're at. You've been writing for a while. You're getting it, but you haven't quite nailed it the way you want, or you're not quite sure if you're doing it the way you should be doing it, or you want to talk about some other strategies about writing contracts. Well, look me up. Send me an email, and we'll schedule a one-on-one, and we'll try to make you a better option writer. And if we are successful, you will make a lot more money than what you're making now. And it'll be worth your while. I would love to help you out. Thank you all so much. Thanks for being here. What else is going on? Dude is saying here about this gal. Her strategies, like you were talking about earlier, just let the options expire, worthless, which works if you already have millions. But if you don't have, to be more offensive or defensive or whatever, fair enough. D.H. Ruda, SoFi going to report their financials October 29. Giddy up, 28 days away. SoFi comes out with their latest earnings. Thank you, D.H. Ruda. Appreciate that. James of the Misty Tree. Don't forget, the Knights of Knee are out there. You must honor the Knights of Knee. and make sure they are aware that the power of this market comes from the mysterious group known as the Knights of Neat. No question about that. Thank you. We have 136 respondents for the poll question of the day. 136 respondents. I get my option writing ideas from watching Uncle Bruce's channel. 76% say that is where I get my option writing ideas from. From TV, CNBC, Bloomberg, 1% of you get your ideas there. From watching other YouTubers, 13% of you say that, and 10% of you say the Uncle Bruce Discord chat group. That's where I get my ideas from. We all watch Uncle Bruce, and then we're on the Discord group together, and I get my ideas from there. They can come from anywhere. Thank you all for joining me and being part of this channel today. I think it's time for some knee emojis to be put out there. No question about it. DH knows what he's doing. James of the Misty Tree knows what he's doing. It is time to throw the knee emoji attack out there. Do not underestimate the power of the Knights of Neat. And I've had a tough time saying that lately with my cold. But we're working on it. D.H. Ruta's on it. Howdy Partner's on it. Neat, 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 neat. Richard Carlin. Neat, 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 neat. That's right. Charlie C2. Neat, neat, neat. There we go. Open your window. Yell at the top of your lungs. Piss off your neighbors. And make them wonder, what are they watching that they do that every day? Why does this guy say neat all the time? I don't get it. Thank you all for popping in. I'm going to cut this show off right here because my voice is going fast. Juan, Corinne, Stewart, thank you all for the Knights of Neat emojis. Tuna Fish, Jay Gill, they're there. Oh, they're watching. They're on it. Sharon, thank you for being a follower of this channel. Thank you, all of you who are members of this channel. If you are commenting right now, you are a member of this channel. If you're not a member of this channel, you can't make a comment right now. It's only available to those folks who are members of this channel. And all these people, we're having all kinds of fun here, learning all kinds of stuff and following all kinds of scenarios. Thank you all for following this YouTuber through his cold and his sore throat. And oh my God, it's crazy out there. On my way out the door, I will show you a little clip that I tried to show you yesterday to no avail. I'll try to show it again today. This is a scene from Sunday here in Zermatt, Switzerland, where Jen and I are right now. Let me show you this view right here. This is the Matterhorn, the mountain, the famous mountain, the Matterhorn. Isn't that gorgeous? There's a young man walking across the way there. You see that big pack he's got on there? That is not full of camping gear. That is a hang glider. He is going to go up the chairlift up the mountain. He's going to go up about 8,000 feet up, and he's going to run off the side of a mountain with his hang glider behind him, and he's going to glide up there in that beautiful blue sky that I was trying to take a picture of the other day here in Zermatt. We are surrounded by the Alps, including the Matterhorn, and it is a gorgeous place, quiet as can be. No vehicles allowed except electric vehicles. Pretty cool place. That right there is the star of the show. That mountain right there. Unbelievable. Thank you all for being with us today. Thank you for the privilege of being with you, even from Zermatt, Switzerland, as Jen and I are just taking it easy and getting some alone time for us. Trying to get rid of a cold at the same time. What can I say? Charlie, thank you, my friend, for your kind words. Lisa, all the best to you. Boeing Tiger, John Anderson. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Get a lot richer out there. Learn how to write options. Take the classes. Thank you again for those of you who are passing on kind regards. If you have any questions that I can help you with, send me an email. If you want to get together with us, let me know. Don't forget, October the 26th, Saturday, New York, Times Square, Carmine's restaurant on 44th, just off Times Square. The meet and greet is on. Rain or shine. We look forward to seeing you. Let me know with a private email. Are you coming? Are you coming to Carmine's to have a meet and greet with us? Jen and I will have just gotten off the Queen Mary 2 the day before, and we would love to see you in New York for a meet and greet. We'll talk options and everything else. That will be fabulous. Okay, everybody. B. Tizzle, thank you. Brian, thank you, man. Appreciate these thumbs ups, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Get richer, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. More fun in the options market. Goodbye from Zermatt, Switzerland. See you later.